morning, everyone. Today I am leading a class for the Hatha stretch class from 9:30 to 10:30. How are you, everyone? Staying home for many days now. I feel a little nervous because it's my first time. We're gonna wait a little bit more to wait for other people to join. Hello Miriam, hello Heben. So today's class, I'm gonna use the wall and the blocks, maybe the straps. So maybe you can grab them now and put the mat close to the wall so that you don't need to move around your sofa or your dining table or whatever. Okay, so the poses we will do will be mainly the basic poses, so there's no advanced poses, so don't worry about it. But I will try to make this asana more like not intense, but trying to practice the basic asana with a little bit more awareness in terms of the alignment, especially, so that over the time, by practicing the same poses like a warrior one, warrior two, lunge pose, we just repeat the way we practice all the time. So try to break down the habit and use the props so that we can kind of intensify, or maybe some of you can modify the poses. So a little different approach compared to the usual group classes. Okay, hello, thank you so much. Okay, so let's get started then. Okay, so you're gonna take the child's pose first. Bring your knees as open as wide as possible with your mat and big toes touching together. Okay, this is an option, but I like to use the block to open the chest and the shoulder first. Okay, so your block will be the flat side and bring it like a shoulder distance apart. So keep your hips on your heels, place your palms flat on the block. Okay, so without lifting your butt, look forward. You're gonna slide the block forward. Keep your elbows straight and gaze toward the front of the room. Extend your tailbone back and reach your front of the head forward. Now keep your elbows hugging in. Take another deep breath in. Extend your spine a little more. Maintain the length as you exhale. Start to release your chest and your chin on the floor. Okay, so when you do that, if you need to bend the elbow, that means it's too much for you. Then you can release your forehead on the mat instead of the chin and chest. So just always work with your own level on flexibility and mobility. So try not to push too much. Okay, what happens when you push beyond your mobility? You might injure yourself or you misalign the poses. Okay, so just check your breath, how you're feeling in the pose all the time. Now once you're in a pose, make sure your inner edge of your hands heavy. Continue to hug the elbows in and just relax your whole facial muscle. I'm gonna stay here about a minute. Keep your eyes closed, relax your eyeballs and soften eyebrow center. Every inhale, lengthen your spine. Tailbone reach back and crown of the head reach forward. And as you exhale, soften your chest, release your upper back. Inhale and feel the rib cage expand to the sideway. And as you exhale, soften your belly, sinking your hips a little deeper. Continue to breathe deep from the both nostrils. take a little time to quieten your mind and to settle yourself. Keep your eyes closed. Take one last deep breath in. And take the last deep breath out. Just let go of any tension if you're still holding. When you're ready, open your eyes and release your hands on the mat. You can take the block on the side. Okay, you come to the back of the mat like this. Keep your knees and feet hip distance apart. Tuck your toes under. You're gonna sit back on your heel. Now keep your heel and hips together. Walk your hands forward, just like a modified child's pose. Again, elbows stay straight, look forward. Deep in the crease of the hips. On your next inhale, you're gonna lift your hips up and slowly move your hips forward. Now keep your core engaged, arms stay straight. Start to move your hips even more forward for modified cobra pose. So you don't drop everything here. Keep your pelvis lifted, squeeze your butt, squeeze your belly muscle. And as you exhale, lift your hips up. Go back to the modified child's pose. So knees and feet stay hip distance apart. Inhale, lift your hips up. Round your back slightly, belly in. Engage the glutes. Scoot the tail, shoulders back. Lift the chest, lengthen the side neck. As you exhale again, lift the hips up. Move your hips back to the child's pose. Stretch the toes and sole the foot. Just two more times like this. Inhale, moving with your breath. Reach forward. And as you exhale, shoulders back. Start to relax, but keep your belly and glutes stay engaged. Lengthen the side of the neck. Crown of the head reach up. Exhale, roll back into the child's pose. Go a little bit deeper, push the floor in. One more time, inhale, move forward, continue to move forward, go maybe a little bit deeper until you feel the top of the thigh get stretched. As you exhale, roll back into the child's pose. Good. When you're ready, come back to the tabletop position, go for. So your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. And spread out your fingers equally. Okay, so your index finger pointing forward. Press the inner edge of the hands. Take the deep breath in. And as you exhale, round your back into the cat pose. Inhale, chest forward and gaze up to the sky. Exhale, round your back again, navel in. Press down to the hands and knees. Inhale, shoulders back, chest forward and gaze up. One more time as you exhale, round your back into the cat pose. Now stay in the cat pose. We do a little pull here. Keep your toes tucked under and your hands and shoulders in line. Knees in line with your hips. Keep your arms straight. Now hover your knees only a few inches off from the mat. Now maintain the cat pose shape, so round your upper back, then lift your chest away from the floor for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you inhale, drop your knees down, chest forward and gaze up. One more time, exhale, round your back to the cat pose, arms stay straight, toes under, lift the knees off for another 7, 6, 5, shoulder don't move back, keep in line with your wrist. 4, 3, lift the chest away from the floor. 2, and 1. Knees down as you inhale, chest forward and gaze up. And as you exhale, sit back to the modified child's pose again. Inhale, slowly move forward. Now you're gonna take your right knee behind your right wrist. Okay, then slide your left foot back. You kind of sit on your right heel. Keep your arms straight. If you need a block, you can take the block. So no pressure in the lower back. Keep your back leg straight. Tuck your toes, lift the back knee off. So breathe into the top of the left thigh, stretch the quads and hip flexor. Shoulders stay down, look forward. Breathe into the front of the hips. And you're going to drop the back knee down. You bend the back knee, flex your toes, squeeze your heels to the butt. Release. 2 more times like this. Inhale, flex your toes, take your heel as close as possible to your butt. Exhale down. One last one. Inhale, squeeze your hamstring, squeeze your calf. Feel the entire back of the leg engaged. Maintain that. Take your right hand behind you. Hold the foot from the inside. If you need a strap, take the strap. Okay, so no tension for the lower back. Keep your arms straight. Start to kick your leg backward. So you feel your front of your right shoulder get stretched. So again, keep lifting through the lower back, not sitting down too much. Square your shoulder, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back a little for 3, 2, 1. Then release your back foot. Hands on the block or hands on the floor. You're going to slide your back knee slightly forward and take your right foot very close to your left knee. So knee is not 90 degrees here. You're going to lean forward slightly to stretch the front shin. Shin is from the shin and the front of the ankle. So we're preparing for the next pose, Skandasana. Take a breath here. Now you're going to pick your front foot a little bit more forward now, get into the lunge pose. So now front knee is 90 degrees. Lock if you need to, and send the hips forward and down. Untuck your back toes, just breathe. Okay, stay there. Take your block forward, middle, height, highest, whichever you like. Block, stay shoulder distance apart. Tuck your back toes under, take the deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull the outer right hip back for half Hanumanasana, monkey pose. Inhale, lift your hips up. Rebend the front knee to the lunge pose. Keep your back toes tucked under. We move around a few more times like this. As you exhale, pull from the outer right hip. Flex your toes and keep your heel heavy and drag toward yourself. And inhale, flatten your front foot. Rebend the front knee, hips forward and lift the chest. One more time. Exhale. Initiate the movement from the outer right hip. Feel the IT band, feel the hamstring get stretched. But continue to micro bend the front knee. I don't care if your leg is straight or not, but I want you to keep your belly and your thighs together. Now you're going to hold here for another 3. Keep pushing the block away from you. Keep pulling through the right hip. 2. And 1. Flatten your front foot. Bend the front knee. Again, come back to the lunge pose. Untuck your back toes. Reach your arms up if you feel stable. Cross your thumb and reach your elbows toward the center and lift the chest. Exhale, release your hands on the block. Tuck your back toes under. You're going to take the block on the left side. Prepare for the Skandasana. Lift the back knee off, straighten the back leg. So your front knee and toes pointing to the same direction, around 45 degrees. And from here, as you inhale and exhale, you're going to turn your back toes up to the sky for the Skandasana. Flex your toes. Now, if your front heel is lifted, you can take the block under the heel for the better balance. If not, try to press your heel down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, sit down, turn your back toes out to the sky. One more time like this. Inhale, lift the hips up. Straighten the legs. And as you exhale, bend the front knee, back leg straight, and this time you hold. Maybe feel the inner thigh stretched. And micro bend of the back knee is important if you feel too much stretch for your hamstring. Lift the chest for 3, 2, 1. Lift the hips, Now turn your hands back and go back to the tabletop position. Tabletop to exhale, sit back to the modified child's pose. Inhale, reach forward, take your left knee behind your left wrist. So slide your back knee back to slightly away from you and kind of sit on your left heel. Again, if you need a block, take the block under the hands or come on the fingertips. So no dumping feeling for the lower back. Lift the back knee off and breathe into your right top of the thigh. Now we tend to move forward, so try to push your back heel away from you. Lift the chest. Keep your chest lifted. Drop your back knee down. You bend the back knee and flex your toes. Touch your heels to the butt. Inhale, release. Exhale, re-bend the back knee. Squeeze your glutes, your hamstring and calf. One more time, release first. Exhale, bend and squeeze even deeper. Now keep squeezing that. Take your left hand to the inner foot. Now if you like to open up the shoulder more, you can take your hands to the outer foot also, depending on your flexibility. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, keep your left arm relaxed. Start to keep your leg backward. Open up the front of the left shoulder. Scoop the tail. Feel the lift from the lumbar spine for 3. Breathe into the top of the right thigh, 2. And 1, release your back foot. Hands on that block or floor first. Now, slide your back knee forward. Keep your toes tucked under. Left foot very close to the right knee, just like a few inches front. Now lean forward to stretch the shin and front of the ankle. So your front knee should be less than 90 degrees. Now next inhale, take your left foot more forward. Now get into 90 degrees and send the hips forward and down. So different part is stretched now. Now you're focusing on the top of the right thigh. Block, move slightly more forward. Shoulder width, take the deep breath in. As you exhale, start to pull from the left hip. Hanumanasana. Squeeze your heels down and towards yourself. So your calf and your hamstring is still engaged, not relaxing completely. Inhale. And exhale, re-bend the front knee to the lunge pose. Hips move forward and down. Exhale, pull from the outer left hip. Keep your heels heavy, lift the toes off. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, square the hips. Inhale, lift the hips. Rebend the front knee, lift the chest. Look forward, shoulders stay down. Exhale, last one, pull the hip back. Heel press down, engage the calf and the hamstring. Now try to reach your nose to the toes, but keep pulling through the left hip for 3. Reach your block a little bit more forward, 2. And 1. Rebend the front knee to the lunge pose. Back, toes tucked under. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Cross your thumb and reach up, lift the chest. Continue to scoop the tail. Hips stay down. Exhale, release your both hands down. Go back to the tabletop position, to the child's pose. Okay, I hope everyone is okay. So we're gonna move into the wall work now. So you're gonna take the 2 blocks with you, close to you. And so first variation, we do the iron style downward facing dog. So you're gonna take your hands like this, 4 fingers together and thumbs separated like an L shape. And take your index finger and the thumbs close, very, very close to the wall. Okay, so it's touching. But make sure it's not climbing up to the wall. Your fingers stay down on the mat, but just the tips of the fingers touching to the wall. So you use the full width of the mat. Arms stay straight. Take your feet as wide as your mat. And you're going to lift the hips up to the downward facing dog here. So toes still turning inward and take your heels out. If you're rounding your back with a tight hamstring, you can bend the knee and lift your hips, sit bone up to the sky. Press your fingertips against the wall. Elbows straight, relax your head and full extension for the spine. Okay, if this is too much for you, you can take the block under your hands. Do the same. You're gonna take your heels, the palm to the edge of the block and get into the down dog with your feet wide. So this is a little bit easier because your hands are lifted. It's like pretending that you have the longer arms. So with micro bend, feel the inner thigh, inner knees moving back, lift the sit bone away from you. Elbows hugging in, feel the tricep rubbing. Keep your ribs in, engage the core. Now if you start to feel a little bit more open at the back of the leg, maybe press the back of the knee away from you to release your heels closer to the floor. Now breathe for another 10. Now keep pushing the wall or the block away from you. Ribs stay in for another 5. 4. Press your inner knee, inner thigh backward. 2. 1. Stay in a downward facing dog. You're going to lift your heels off. Walk your feet in close to the wall. Keep walking, walking, walking. Remove the block if you're using it. Now, you're going to release your back of the head, upper back, and middle back against the wall. So you're going to bend your knees more to walking closer to the wall as much as you can. Okay, so kind of wiggling your shoulders between your arms. Feet stay same position, toes in, heels out. So your outer line of the feet should be in line with your outer line of the yoga mat. Take your hands on the side, fingertips on the floor. So not the palm, just the tips of the finger on the mat. So you have more space for your shoulders and neck. Now you can continue to bend your knees. I want you to take your thighs and your belly touching together, not straighten your leg yet. Okay, keep your elbows straight, your head and neck relaxed. So not tucking your chin under, not looking down. Keep your neck in a neutral position. Okay, then press down through all 4 corners of the feet and start to lift your sit bone up without releasing your belly away from the thigh. Eyes stay open and breathe. You are in an inversion, so try to keep your breath really flowing for the whole time. And eyes stay open, otherwise you feel dizzy. A little bit more, breathe into the hamstring and your calf. 4, 5, 4, 3. Lift the sit bone up, 2. And 1. Release your hands close to your feet. Now bend your knees first to come up from the pose. Walk your feet away from the wall. And keep the roundness of the spine. Slowly roll yourself up like a vertebra. Let the head come out lastly. And here we go to the next pose. Okay, so take the block again, close to you. And we're gonna start with a down facing dog with your heels against the wall first. Okay, so your feet stay hip distance apart, just like a usual downward facing dog. And take your hands forward, palm flat, shoulder distance apart. Breathe. So after this hamstring stretch, this modified Uttanasana, you feel a little bit more freedom at the back of the leg. Take another deep breath in. And full exhalation. Now take your feet together. You're going to step your right foot forward between your hands and drop your back knee down. Now once you get that, take your left foot all the way to the wall. So your heel and the ball of the foot should be touching to the wall. block posture just in case if you need. Okay, then from here, let's use a block. You're gonna lift the back knee off, straighten the front leg, and then bend the front knee deeper, and then push your heel away from you. Inhale, lift your hips up. As you exhale, drop your hips down and forward to feel the top of the left thigh get stretched. You can change the height of the block if you need a little bit more height. Inhale one more time, lift your hips up. As you exhale, drop your hips down and forward. Push your heel against the wall. Back leg stays straight. Now you breathe. Lift the chest. A little squeezing, feeling for your shoulder blade. And lengthen the side of the neck. So you're not hunching your shoulders and your neck. 2. And 1. Drop your back knee down. We're going to get into the lizard pose. So take your right foot all the way to the edge of the mat. Okay, same thing, toes in, heels out. You can use the block if you like. If not, hands flat on the mat, in line with your right foot. Lift the hips up, so lift the knees up. Stay on your hands or you come down on your forearm if you like. So there are many variations. Your hands flat, elbows on the block, or forearm flat on the block. If you can, take your elbows more forward in line with your front toes and keep your front knee 90 degrees. Now lift the hips up as you inhale, look back toward the belly. As you exhale, drop your hips down, lift the chest forward. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift your hips up. As you exhale, drop your hips down, lift the chest, look forward. 1 last time. Inhale, hips up, hollow your belly in. Exhale, push your heel back against the wall to move your chest forward. Now feel the full extension. Lift the inner knee, inner thigh up. Activate your whole leg muscle. Press your inner heel back for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your back knee down. Walk your hands back. Step back, downward facing dog. You can paddle your feet just to release and feel the difference on the right side and the left side. Okay, now from the down dog, look forward, heels up. Left foot forward between your hands and drop your back knee down first. Take the block. Okay, so press your right older foot and the heel against the wall, and front knee stay 90 degrees. Change the height of the block if you need to. Now lift the back knee up for the lunge variation. So back leg remains straight, only the front knee bent. Lift the hips up as you inhale. Exhale, drop your hips down, open up the top of your right thigh. 2 more. Inhale, round your back. Back leg remains straight. Exhale, drop your hips down. Chest forward, shoulders down. 1 more. Inhale, squeeze your back. Round your back. Exhale, send the hips more forward and down. Now you send the hips down, but you don't bend your back knee. Back leg remains straight. Press through the inner heel. Lift through the inner knee, inner thigh up. So creating a strong inner spiral on your back leg. Use your hands to lift the chest, shoulders stay down for 3, 2, 1. Drop your back knee down. Now take your left foot to the edge of the mat on the left side. So both hands inside of the block, inside of the left foot, excuse me. So again, your hands inside on your forearm down, on your block under your elbow. Okay, there are 3 variations, so choose whatever you like. Okay, so if you take your forearm down, take your elbows forward in line with your front toes. Interlock the finger. Now lift the back knee off. Same as previous pose. Press your inner heel back against the wall. Legs stay straight. As you inhale, lift your hips up. As you exhale, press your heel, send the chest forward. So from your head to your heel, one straight line. Inhale, round your back, follow your belly. Exhale, hips down, heels back, head forward. Last one. Inhale, follow your belly in. Exhale, push your back heel away from you. Really activating your top of the thigh, your calf, your hamstring, your glutes, everything is firing up. Now don't look back, look forward for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your back knee down, hands down, step back, down dog, and paddle your feet. Very well done. Take 2 deep breaths in a down dog. If you need to come down on a child's pose, please go ahead. Down dog or child's pose. Okay, then when you're ready, lift your heels off, look forward. Take your right foot forward between your hands and block beside your right foot. Okay, then take your back foot all the way to the wall. Just like the previous one, both the foot and the heels touching to the wall. Front knee stay 90 degrees. Okay, you can take the block higher side and bend the front knee deeper. So as we did the lizard pose, you should have less resistance to the top of your left thigh here. Keep your back leg straight. Now start to lift the chest. Start to charge your legs and take your hands to the top or to the hips first. Micro bend the back knee, scoot the tail, lengthen your lower back. Now keep the space in the lower back. Press your heel away from you. Press your heel against the wall. Stable pelvis, front knee over the heel. As you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And cross your thumbs. Hug the bicep close to your ear. Breathe deep into your chest to lift up high. And as you exhale, scoop the tail, sit down a little bit deeper. Every inhale, lengthen the side body, ribs in. As you exhale, squeeze your butt cheek, press your heel away from you. And you take one more deep breath in, reach up even higher. As you exhale, lean forward, take your hands down, drop your back knee down, step back, downward facing dog. So we always practice the lunge pose in the class or by yourself. We just once you take all the way to the wall, the intensity really increases a lot. And it gives you the idea of to get the proper alignment for the squareness of the hips and activation of the back leg especially. And lift your heels off, look forward. Left foot forward between your hands and drop the back knee. Prepare the block first. Okay, back foot flat on the wall. Okay, then front foot, front knee 90 degrees. Okay, then when you're ready, scoop the tail, lift your back knee off. So prepare for the high lunge pose. Take the block higher side and rebend the front knee. Start to push your back knee up toward the sky. You want to scoop the tail with a space in the lumbar spine. Can you keep your both legs active? Press down to the inner edge of the left foot and press your inner heel away from you for the right leg. And when you're ready, take your hands to your hips. Stable. Keep your gaze at the 1 point. Now bend the front knee deeper and micro bend for the back knee. So by releasing the back knee, you have more space for your lower back. Lengthen your lower back. Keep that. Start to straighten your back leg as much as you can. So it doesn't need to be a complete straight leg. You will feel the big activation for the quads and active stretch for the hip flexor and the psoas. Bend the front knee deeper, the back leg straighter. Maintain that, take your arms up. cross your thumb, bicep next to your ear. Sit down a little bit lower. As you inhale, breathing into your chest, lift the chest even higher. Exhale, soften your ribs and charge your back leg more. Another inhale, imagine someone is pulling your wrist all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, release your hands down on the block. Drop the back knee down, go back into the downward facing dog and power your feet. Okay, take another deep breath in. And exhale out from the mouth. One more deep inhale, lengthen. And full exhale from the mouth. Lift your heels up. Take your right foot forward between your hands. And this time, take your back foot flat. Outer edge of the back foot touching to the wall. Block on the right side. Okay, the middle height or the higher side, depending on your hip flexibility. Okay, then take your right hand to the block. You're going to bend the front knee deeper like a warrior two. Okay, press your knee toward the inner right elbow. Left hand on your hips. Now scoop the tail, send the right hip more toward the left side. Take your left palm to the sacrum. Can you roll your left shoulder back? Start to rotate your torso toward the left side. Keep your right shoulder in line with your wrist, right knee in line with your heel. Now rotate your bicep, move forward, push the bicep forward, feel the front of the shoulder open. Maintain that, take your left arm up to the sky. Use the wall to press the outer edge of your left foot against the wall. So that's the part we tend to lift. But today we had a wall, so try to use that to ground it down a little bit more. Take another deep breath and press your right hand down to reach your left hand up and look up to the sky for 3, 2, 1. Then release your hands down. Go back down facing dog. Okay, then heels off. Inhale, look forward. Left foot forward between your hands. Back foot flat. Take your outer edge of your right foot all the way to the wall. Block outside of the left foot, middle height or highest. Okay, then bend the front knee 90 degrees. Press your outer edge, the back foot against the wall. Right hand on the hips. You can take the palm facing to the sacrum already. Bend the front knee deeper. Now we tend to collapse the knee in. Try not to do that. Take your knee away from you. Press the outer knee to the inner left elbow. Now scoop the tail, send the hips more toward the right side. Roll the right shoulder up and back. Open up your chest to the side. Now keep everything maintaining that. Take your right palm up to the sky. Now turn your left bicep more forward. Feel the front of the shoulder move forward more. Elbows stay in, straight. Keep the connection of the the left knee and the left elbow. Reach your right arm a little higher. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your both hands down. Go back to the downward facing dog. Paddle your feet. Okay, heels up, inhale, right foot forward, left foot flat. Same as previous, just like a warrior two shape. Outer edge of the back foot to the wall. Take the block outside of the right foot. Hands flat. Now left hand on your hips. Start to scoop your right hip under to rotate your left hip more up. Bend the front knee deeper, same as the previous pose. Left hand to the sacrum. Palm face to the sacrum. Bend the front knee deeper, back leg straight. Roll the left shoulder open. Rotate your chest more to the side wall. Keep pressing through the right knee against your right elbow. Now start to straighten the front leg for the Trikonasana triangle pose. If you need to adjust the block closer to you, go ahead or change the height. Whatever you need to adjust, modify. Always check your shoulders in line with your wrist. Okay, rotate your left shoulder back to open up the chest more. Press down to the inner edge of your front foot and send the energy all the way up. Lift the kneecap, lift all the way to the pelvis and send the energy down to the back foot, outer edge. Keep that left arm up to the sky for the full Trikonasana. You can turn your front bicep forward, press and lift up. For 3, 2, 1. Left hand down on your hips. Bend the front knee. Go back, down dog. Heels up as you inhale, other side. Left foot forward. Block outside of the left foot. Back foot flat. So same as previous, like a Paschimottanasana preparation. Bend the front knee. Back leg straight. Right hand to the sacrum. Keep the connection between the front knee and the inner elbow. Roll the right shoulder back and start to turn your chest to the side. Keep your outer edge of the back foot flat. Now you start to lift the kneecap at the front leg. Start to pull your hips back for the Trikonasana triangle pose. Again, maybe you need to slide your block a little closer so that your shoulders in line with your wrist. Roll the right shoulder back once more again. Open up your chest a little bit more. Keep that. Take your right arm up to the sky. Full Trikonasana. So the weight should be inner edge of the front foot. And micro bend for the front leg to lift the kneecap up. Engage the quads. And keep sending the energy up and down to the outer edge of the back foot for 3. If your neck is too much, you can look down or look to the side too. And 1, release your both hands down. Go back to the downward facing dog. Okay, downward facing dog. You can drop your knees down first. Okay, we're gonna go to the half moon. Okay, so how? Okay, keep the block close to you. You're gonna stand against the wall. Measure first, 1 leg distance apart. So when you measure, your standing leg should be vertical. So you don't measure like here. Make sure hips in line with your heel. And heels and hips same height. So once you measure, you're gonna turn opposite. Okay, then take 1 block. Okay, so how you measure? Place the block in line with your pinky toes and 1 block away. Okay, so from here, just 1 block away. So that's gonna be the position. And so don't move this foot. Height you can change if you need to, either middle height or the higher side. Right hand flat, left foot. So left hand on your hips. Bend the both knees first. You're gonna take your left foot against the wall. So maybe you start from here. You're gonna start to gently walk your top leg. So your height should be a little higher than your hip line. Make sure your standing leg stay micro bend. Don't lock the knee here. Okay, then keep that. Check your back toes pointing toward the side. So not up, not down, just the side. Okay, then keep your bottom hands in line with your shoulders, because we often do hands here and feel so unbalanced. So your wrist, your elbows, your shoulders, one straight line. Top hand, palm face to the sacrum, same position. Roll the shoulder back. Start to turn your chest against the left side.
push your left shoulder fit against the wall and start to extend your leg a little bit more. Now you can stay here, keep looking down if you feel unstable. Otherwise, you can take your top hands toward the sky. Again, bring this bicep forward. Feel the openness of the front of the right shoulder. For 3, 2, 1. Hands on your hip first. Look down and slowly you're gonna release your foot down. Okay, then the other side. Almost there. So same thing, position. So your foot should be there if you haven't moved. So pinky toes and corner the block in line. Take another block here. So that's the block, one block away, one foot away. Your hand flat on the block, right hand on your hips. Bend the both knees first. Take your right foot to the wall. So take the shoulder foot against the wall. Now start to shimmy walk as much as you can. Okay, again, keep the micro bend for the standing leg. Top hand on your hip first. Okay, once you go all the way up to your maximum, check your toes pointing to the side, and your foot shouldn't be forward or neither to the back, just in line with your hips. Okay, then check the bottom arms, your elbows should be in line with your shoulders and the wrist. Turn your palm to the sacrum. Right shoulder back and start to turn your chest toward the side. Keep your bottom arm active, bicep turn forward. Reach your front of the head forward and push your heel against the wall. Feel the really different direction to the all the energy down and up and to the both sideways. Take your top arm up to the sky and continue to breathe. And you can look down if you want to feel more balance or your neck get tired for 3, 2, 1. Hand on your hips and slowly bend the both knees and slide down. And come back. And just shake your legs. Here we are, almost done. Okay. So, almost there. Just one simple the stretch. So take the strap just in case. We did a lot of leg work, strengthening and stretching. We're going to continue with your sitting position. Okay, so you're going to take your legs straight forward, feet stay hip distance apart, toes turning up to the sky. And when you sit, if your spine is rounded like this, you might need to take the block under the seat, like this. So rather than rounding, you will feel a little bit more freedom in your low back area. You can always micro bend also. Okay, then from here, you're gonna turn your left foot, bend the knee, take your left shoulder foot to the inner right thigh. Okay, again, find the both sits bone equally grounded. Now keep pressing to the right border foot and the inner thigh and left foot together. Take your both arms up to the sky. So not here, not rounding. Left into the mid back, left through the chest. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, just come down only halfway. Maybe your fingertips touching to the wall, and keep your left knee down. When you started to lift up, maybe too much pressure for your knee, so keep them down and keep your right foot pressing against the wall. Continue to reach using your own strength. Take another deep breath in. Maintain the length as you exhale. Take your hands to the right foot, or you can take the strap around the border foot. Okay, so if you always practice with your back rounded, I want you to bend the front knee and lift through the chest, mid back in. keep that as you exhale. You want to take your belly closer to the thigh. Okay, so depending on your flexibility, we don't want to round the back here. You want to keep the spine extended and learn to fold from the hips. Eyes closed. Take another 5 deep breaths here. Really feel the crease of the right hip is getting deeper and deeper. So your hamstring shouldn't feel any pain or overstretched feeling. 2. 1, inhale, slowly lift the chest and come back up. Other side. Left foot forward, shoulder foot against the wall. Bend the right knee to the side, 90 degrees, so it's like an L shape. Okay, so make sure your right knee stays down. If you need to sit on the block or the blanket, please go ahead. Always micro bend. Check if your pelvis is tilting backward. Can you make it more neutral position? Take your arms up to the sky. Elbows straight. Another inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to fold from the hips. Coming to halfway, only 45 degrees. Hips stay down. Keep your left foot pressed into the wall. Continue to reach your fingers forward. Okay, then stay here. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, fold deeper. You take your foot or take the strap around the ball of the foot. Lift the chest as you inhale, lengthen one more time. As you exhale, bend the elbow to the side and bow over your left leg. So again, always belly and thighs get connected and deep in the crease of your left hip. Eyes closed. Allow your breath to slow down. Soften your facial muscle. For another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Release the strap, release. So last pose, Paschimottanasana. So take your feet against the wall. So I really want you to keep your toes pointing up because we tend to relax. Arms up. Lift the chest. So pelvis neutral. Bend the knee if you need to. Another deep breath in. As you exhale, lean forward just halfway. So you really want to use this time to use your own strength so that you can support, you can hold this half bend. Belly stay engaged. Another deep breath in. As you exhale, start to lean to take your belly to the thigh, feet and hands together or use the strap. Again, lift the chest as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, belly to the thighs and nose to the toes. Bend the elbows and fold as deep as you can. Eyes closed. So this is going to be your last pose. So just soften your whole body. Soften your breath. Soften your mind. Take one last deep breath in. Maybe lengthen your spine a little bit more. As you take the last deep breath out, your belly sink down even deeper. As you inhale, slowly sit up. Release the strap. Just roll all the way on your back. And take your feet to the corner of the mat. Arms on your side. Palm face up to the sky. Just close your eyes. If you need to release your spine with a spinal twist, just you can go ahead. Otherwise, just rest in the Shavasana for a few minutes. Drop your whole body heavy on the floor. Come back to your own breath, your natural flow of your breath. So no more ujjayi breathing, just soft breath. The last deep breath in. And take the slow, soft exhalation. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And slowly roll your head from side to side. Bring your arms over your head, giving yourself last big stretch. As you exhale, soften your whole body again. Bend your knees and roll onto the right side. Keep your eyes closed. Slowly make your way into the cross-legged sitting position. Find your seat with your spine nice and long. Join your palms at the heart center. Take one deep breath in and one deep breath out. Take your thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrow center. Slowly bow your head to your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much everyone for joining me. Yes, so if you have the comment or question, you can just send the comment on the direct message or whatever, and then you can share for the next class. Next class is from 12 noon. It's a power flow with Kiki. So yeah, if you are free, you can maybe join her. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for joining everyone, and have a great day. Thank you.